played the violin for 8 years now, but this is just counting the last 2 years from August. So I take violin lessons and I also teach violin lessons. And teaching was a volunteer basis. I was approached a while back to do that this year, and it was only for about 6 weeks, but it was fun. It was very different to teach their middle schoolers. There were some from Scribner and one from Hazelwood. And so I taught the one from Hazelwood by herself for an hour, and then I did a group of 4 kids from Scribner for an hour. For 6 weeks. And then I also was a model UN. And my junior year, I was Togo. There were some people that dropped out last minute. And so Ryan and I were partners for Togo, and we really didn't know what we were doing because we found out the day before that we were going to be Togo, and it was actually pretty stressful, but we just kind of sat back and we were more observers that year. And then so this year I was determined that I was going to not just be an observer, and I was going to actually participate, and we did a lot of preparation. I can print that out for you guys. But so I was going to be Russia, and I was really excited about it. But then we found out that we couldn't have two groups representing Russia, and Trent was also representing Russia. And so she settled it by drawing a name on a hat. Trent got Russia. So then we were going to have to be Nigeria, which was okay, and I still had like 2 weeks to prepare, so that was fine. But then a few days before the competition, another school dropped out, and we were asked if we could split up some of our delegations to cover their Big Five because they're necessary for the Model UN Council. So I ended up getting to be Russia and ended up winning Best Delegation for my Security Council. So it ended up working out really nicely. And then I've also participated in Science Olympiad for 3 years. There's some pictures. Oh, okay. And so junior year, the team placed first at regional, and then we went on to state. And I wasn't as involved in it my junior year as I was this year. This year I was part of the Mission Possible team. I was for state. I didn't actually compete in the competition for Mission Possible, but I don't know how much you guys know about this, but Mission Possible is Rube Goldberg machine, where it's a chain reaction of events that happens. And so you're giving a starting task and an ending task, and your goal is to make that happen through different chain reactions and how many transfers of energy you can have. And so I helped out a little bit last year with the team that was doing that, but this year I was the main person doing it, and I spent so many hours doing that, too many to even count. There was like a 3-week span when I would come in before school and after school and during lunch, and sometimes during third periods because I had a certain house as a peer tutor. And I put so much work into that. And I ended up getting first for Mission Possible at regional, and then at state, I put even more work into it going before state, and then it ended up not working at the competition, which happens a lot with those kind of things because you never know. But that was really disappointing. But I still like the experience of learning how to do that, and I learned so much about electricity, and I was never able to take an engineering class at school, but it was good to be able to do that. And then lastly, for creativity, I taught myself how to watercolor, which I always thought that I was really bad at art because I couldn't draw, and then I decided to try watercoloring, and I ended up really enjoying it. And then, I mean, obviously, I have a lot of.
I love the Mary Poppins.
That's the same picture.
Oh, yeah.
It's just how I changed it. And then I have a box of other ones. But then I was also able to use this for a service project. I'm in 4-H, and we were making cards for kids at Crochet, and so I was actually able to watercolor cards to give them, and so that was pretty cool. And then I have a box of other ones if you want to do it. But, so that was, I was surprised that I was actually able to do it. For action, I'm in 2 different sports. I do roller derby as a community sport and cross country through school. So I found the roller derby team 2 years ago in Lexington, and I'm really glad that I did, because they were one of the only teams that would allow skaters that were not 18 yet, and at the time I was 16, so that's been a really great experience, and I've learned so much, and there's such a different group of people because of the culture that they grew up in. And it's really great to meet new people that are outside of this area and outside of things that I normally experience and things that they're going through and different things like that, because the team is in Lexington, so I practice every Tuesday and Saturday. And
did you have to get tattoos?
No, I did not have to get tattoos, but I am the team captain. I also coached practices.
What's your roller derby name?
E = MC Scared. There's a little picture where you can see it.
I love
on my
it.
jersey, but we've actually changed names. Whenever I started, we were the Pebbles, and then we changed into the Slammers, and now we're a nationally ranked team. So it's been a good experience.
Did you get into it just because of this, or that was?
Oh no, I got into it before we
okay.
started doing this, but it was. I have 2 more bouts that I can play in before I can't be on that team anymore, because of age-wise. It's a team for. It's supposed to be between 8 and 17, but then once you turn 18, you can play until you graduate. And my last competition is on June 6th, the day before we graduate. So.
Oh.
But we actually are a travel team. I've played in Nashville and Paducah and Columbus and Dayton, and the 315 hours of doing roller derby is just Tuesday practice and Saturday practice from August of junior year to now. So that's not included.
So you would drive to Lexington on Tuesday night?
Yeah.
And drive home? Wow.
And in the summer after I turned 17, so February of junior year, I was able to practice with the adults. I just did that in the summer though, because that was Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday mornings was all set. But it's definitely a good experience. And then cross country. So I got into cross country my sophomore year after doing track my freshman year and not really liking it because I'm not a very fast runner, and I just wanted something that I could do to just be physically active and have that team camaraderie, because I wasn't in roller derby yet, and it was just something that I could do. And so I continued that throughout sophomore year and junior year and senior year. And I was never the fastest runner. I wasn't on varsity, but I still put in lots of hours of running and lots of time at practice and races, and it was still lots of fun. Those are but yeah, and that's our team video. It's 16 minutes, so I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. But and then the last one is service. So I volunteer with childcare. It is through my church, but I'm not preaching them. I'm just watching them. That's been an interesting experience. I never really thought I liked kids, and there's still times when they can be pretty rough. There are 3 of us that typically work in there that are older, and then there is an 11-year-old girl, but she is extremely tiny herself, and she can't lift the children. And these are all between the age, like, they have to be able to walk, and they can't be potty trained yet. But once they're potty trained, or 2, then they move on. But sometimes we have about 30 kids in there, and when there's at least 5 of them screaming, it's it's pretty rough. And I've been pooped on and had to change diapers and had kids vomit, and it's been interesting. But and then my last service was 4-H, and I'm a junior leader through there. So my main thing with that was biotechnology, and I went to a training conference in February of my junior year, and it was at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, and they talked about biotechnology and taught us hands-on experiments that we can do with elementary school kids. And then we took that and went to elementary school kids at Fairmont, and we taught them about biotechnology and did different experiments with them. Like we had them extract DNA from strawberries, and they really enjoyed that. And after the biotechnology series, we also did one on nutrition where we taught them about like how popcorn works and how to make it healthier and all that stuff. And then through 4-H, we also do other service things. For instance, the cards for Corsair that I ended up being able to paint for that. We haven't delivered those yet, but we'll be doing that soon. So that is it.
Yes. Talk to me just a little bit about